This video is an introduction to collegial sparring, a dialogue-based peer coaching technique. We recommend it as a tool for reflection on your teaching practice in the international classroom. Many teachers find teaching in the multilingual, multicultural learning space to be challenging. While these experiences in the international classroom can be inspiring, they can also be frustrating when what you usually do doesn't work as anticipated. There are many challenges for the teacher in the international classroom. Some teachers may find, for example, that they struggle getting their students to interact and participate in class discussions. Others express concern about the overall language skills of the students for academic purposes. Experience and research from the international classroom has highlighted several areas in which teachers express frustration. For example, some of the issues that arise have been related to new, more heterogeneous class composition, different levels of intercultural competence, or a new language of instruction, just to name a few. We also know that many teachers are not sure how to address these challenges. One of the ways you can develop your teaching for the international classroom is a form of dialogue-based peer coaching called collegial sparring. Collegial sparring is a structured, reflective technique used to discuss your challenges in the classroom. By talking about your teaching situation and listening to your colleagues' reflections, you can gain a new perspective. Through open dialogue, set in a non-threatening, non-hierarchical context, collegial sparring provides a safe arena where you can voice your concerns and frustrations. You may even find inspiration and guidance from your colleagues, or at least hear a new interpretation of your situation. Collegial sparring is therefore a focused, value-free conversation between you and your colleagues where you work with specific challenges. It's a dialogue about teaching based on observations and narratives. Through a timed 3-step process, you will speak and listen as you and your colleagues take it in turns discussing your case. Before meeting with your colleagues, you should think about a specific case or issue you want to discuss. Think about the details, the who, what, where, and when of the situation. Make sure you think about concrete situations where you have experienced the issue arise, rather than generalizations. Step 1. In this first step, where you describe the issue you have encountered in the international classroom, you do not need to discuss it with the listeners. Just tell your story. However, listeners can ask for clarification if they need to. In step 2, you turn your back to the others and it is your turn to listen. Your peers, the listeners, will discuss and give their perspectives on your case and maybe bring up new ideas for tackling the situation. By drawing on their own personal experiences and reflections, they can provide a different perspective on the issue. During this step, it is important that your colleagues speak only to each other in a closed conversation while they discuss your case. Your role is to listen and reflect. You can take notes if you like. And finally, step 3. In step 3, you get a couple of minutes to respond. This phase is all about reflecting on what your colleagues have said and collecting new ideas. Now it is your turn to summarize what you heard and what you could take away from listening to your peers' conversation about your situation. Those are the 3 steps of collegial sparring. We hope you found this inspirational and that you will give this technique a try with your colleagues. For more inspiration about teaching in the international classroom, check out the materials on our website, www.equip.org. www.ecc.eu.